Good morning, Florida Southern, and welcome to the New News Show. I'm your host, Tyler Hillier.
And I'm your host, Jacqueline Washington.
And we're here to inform you on what's going on in Washington today. So let's not waste any time. Now, this week wasn't the biggest week in politics, but it was an incredible week for the world of archaeology. An incredible discovery made by Washington, D.C. archaeologists found evidence that in days long past, the city used to pass laws. It's an incredible discovery, and the implications of it are being felt today, especially in light of the most recent American Health Care Act debacle. Now, healthcare in the United States has long been complicated. It's like that one on and off again relationship you can't seem to get away from. You try to focus on other people like taxes or immigration, but you just keep going back when you know it's not right for either of you. This past week, it was no different. And healthcare has broken another pair of hearts, this time in Paul Ryan and President Trump. Now, they thought that she would be faithful. They told healthcare it was just a break. But now she's seeing someone else, the Freedom Caucus, or as it shall be known from here on out, the Freedom Cockblockus. They turned a promising first 100 days into an unforgettable day of regret. For now, America and healthcare will be on another break until someone gets the gumption to approach the issue again. But until then, it's best to let them have their space and sort this thing out on their own.
Speaking of heartbreak, it seems all of our lives and news feeds have been a little quieter this past week. Less yelling, anger, and if we're being honest, less facts. This is all due to the suspension of America's favorite blonde, Tomi Lahren. The sassy, fearless young conservative was temporarily banned from her spot on The Blaze following an episode of The View where she told the audience she was pro-choice. Tomi said on the show she wasn't trying to be a hypocrite and say she is for limited government, yet supports the government telling women what they can and can't do with their bodies. This many conservatives took as Tomi calling them hypocrites for being pro-limited government, yet also pro-life. Tomi then took to Twitter, saying it was a very liberal move by Blaze founder Glenn Beck banning her free speech. There's also the argument that it wasn't banning free speech, but simply a private company removing someone that doesn't agree with the beliefs of the company overall. Either way, I'm sure this is not the last we will be hearing from Tomi Lahren.
All right, now let's go to John for the Mock Minute.
Thanks, Ty. This past Tuesday, the Root Library started their new series, Pro Tips. This month's topic is on how to avoid fake news. The term has been applied to nearly every news media outlet currently, except us. The Root staff and students discussed some of the deceptive practices that are being used and tips that you can use to avoid fake news. Keep on the lookout for the more events the library will be having this month. Founders Convo will take place outside the regular convocation hours. All upperclassmen and those in need of passport credits should be in Branscombe at 11 on Friday morning. That's right, Friday. The speaker will be the director of the New York City's Museum of Modern Art, Glenn Lowry. Both the Museum of Modern Art and FSC are celebrating the 150th birthday of architect Frank Lloyd Wright, so don't miss it. Students, have you ever wondered if current events have put your free speech at risk? You can find the answers to the questions and many others at this weekend's Exploring Liberty seminar. The event will take place on Saturday, April 1st from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Buckner Business Building. You can register for free online now. All meals will be provided along with a day of discussion and lectures. That's all we have for the Mock Minute. Back to you guys.
Thanks, John. John, I don't know if you're pro-choice, but can we get you banned anyways? Can we do that?
I think so.
I hope. Well, thanks for stopping by, Florida Southern, and be sure to stop by next week for another episode of the New News Show. I'm your host, Tyler Hillier.
And I'm your host, Jacqueline Washington.
And remember, the buck stops here.